damn it, dude. This is obnoxious. All right, so I'm suspended, guys. This is not good. What's up? What's up? What's up? So I'm suspended from from going live on so I guess we'll just run through it quick on here. But we cannot go live on TikTok. I'm gonna have to figure out Twitch, I guess, sooner or later, because this is unacceptable. This is kind of unacceptable. I did the whole fucking NEC bracket. This is so unacceptable. What's up, Prosser? Friggin', I don't know. It says, let me check. There's no button to actually go live. I don't know, bro. Here, hold on. I'll show you. Oh, your live access is suspended until 14/17 on the 28th. Today's the 28th. 14/17. Wait, do I have 17 minutes then? Wait, it's 14. Oh, that's 2. No, so it's an hour. So I guess another hour and change. I guess maybe I'll just I can try going live then too. But this is fucking brutal. What do you think I should do? Should I just run through? What are you thinking today, Prosser? How are you, kid? I don't even know. I'm annoyed. Hold on, I need a fucking hat, but I don't know. What are you on today, dude? I feel like maybe I just go live again at 2 or something. We'll run through the slate real quick. Yeah. All right, let me close this. I'll close this, turn on the lights. That is a Baruch Natayel, huh? All right. Yeah, we'll run through because I got to do the NEC really quick too. Let me see if I can pin whatever comment I just said. Yeah. All right. I think pinning it makes it do that. I just learned that. All right. No, I think it's an easy day. The thing I really wanted to go through with everybody is the NEC tournament, because I'm going to do a bracket. I want to see how many I can get right out of the final bracket. We should all do it. I'll write down some other people's picks too, but we should see how many, like, have a contest. That's what I was going to try and do. So I will go live again to give more people the chance, but I wanted to have a contest to see who could pick the most conference tournament winners, and whoever wins that gets some prize or something. Even if it's like small, it's just still like, it's just a fucking like fantasy football league. It's a battle of wits. Who can do it? Which shall reign supreme from our community? What are you thinking? What do you like today? So I'm on New Mexico, dude. I looked at the box score from the first one, and things can go a whole lot better for New Mexico. Things can't go that much better for Fresno State. This is a really, really bad matchup for Orlando Robinson. And yeah, for sure. That's what so it starts today, basically. I mean, we basically have to pick it today, because what if somebody wanted to pick like FDU or CCU as game theory. So I'll hop back on and do that. But I like New Mexico, dude. I think they have the best guards on the floor. I think, like, you want to try and put House and Mashburn up against like Holland Hill or whatever. I mean, that's not really that close. I mean, Holland's a winner, but then that's really not that close in terms of being able to score points. Orlando Robinson's really sticky in this spot because he's like, athleticism wise, they can put lineups together that make Orlando Robinson, like, it's a lot easier not to play him. Put it that way. Richard Pitino's better coach. I think this is going to be a really close win if they don't win. A really close win for Fresno State if they don't win outright. They've been playing terrible. They've lost like 3 in a row at home. Why would people lay 10 points in this spot? I have absolutely no clue. Yeah, I like I don't think I want to take Kansas State, but I do feel like, especially against like the heavy pressure that Texas Tech brings on defense, stuff like that, they have the ball handlers. Like, they have experienced ball handlers. You watch the first, but they actually match up relatively well, I think, in this, because like their big men aren't freaking huge, but like, you just got to stay in front of Texas Tech guys. They're going to shoot over you anyways, like more finesse-y type of thingies. I don't know. I don't. I wouldn't lay that many points. I don't want to necessarily fade Texas Tech at home, but I don't think you could ever lay like whatever. I see the lines going up. It's up to like 13, something like that. I would never do that. Kansas State is still kind of technically fighting for something. You know what I mean? I'm not the biggest Marquise Noel guy, but still, I would lean that way. I would lean San Diego State. I see a lot of people saying they like Wyoming. I don't think Wyoming's playing very well. Theoretically, it's like a pretty good matchup, I guess, for Wyoming. The kind of like post stuff too. Do they have anybody that tall? No, I mean it's a theoretically, it's I guess an all right matchup on both sides. Is there like a super glaring mismatch? Because they had so many post points, but we have like shot blockers. Like, I don't know how. Did I look at the first matchup for this? Like, how did Ike do inside trying to get stuff over Mensa? I personally just despise SDSU. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I think Dutchers created a pretty good program there, in all honesty. They don't have much talent. And the thing is, Matt Bradley's kind of like that guy at the end of games is kind of rough a lot. I don't think I'd take them, but I know Wyoming's not playing very well. They're just really not like rebounding against Nevada or whatever. What does that mean? I mean, that means absolutely nothing does. They haven't played yet this season. That's why. But I wonder because EK's come big strides this season, so I don't even feel like looking at last season. But I don't know. Is EK going to be able to? Because they go to EK so often. I saw something that Wyoming post offense, like they have way more post offense than like anybody else in the country by like a long shot. It's like really not that close. They rely so heavily on the post. So if Mensa is really able defensively, I don't know if they're going to be able to get 1,000,000 points. I don't know. I just kind of in my head, I don't like the way Wyoming's playing right now. I haven't seen anything turn around from like some of the poor form we kind of pegged them for. So that's kind of like this is like one of the spots where it's like yesterday, I've kind of like let myself off. I feel like handicapping off the hook with like being like Maryland is Maryland and a lot of Ohio State's issues are passed because I like Branham. When like realistically, a lot of their issues haven't passed. I don't think a lot of Wyoming's issues have passed personally. What's up, Reese? I like UMass Fordham under, two teams that have not been able to shoot the ball lately, but both ranked top 100 in KenPom defensive metrics. I can see it. I cannot see it. My worry. So flat off the bat, matchup wise, yeah, there's nothing that glaringly like sticks off there. The thing that scares me would be what is UMass? Like at this point, do they give a shit about anything? Does UMass literally care at all? That would be my biggest worry because like they've kind of maybe packed it in. Like that McCall guy, that's the coach there. He used to be the coach at UTC, I think. Really bad coach. Like the players don't like him. He doesn't get the best out of people. He's going to get fired soon. If the kids just completely, it seems like last game they just said fuck it. And if they're in just complete fuck it mode, if they weren't in complete fuck it mode and there wasn't the chance of that happening, I might be betting on them because like realistically, I mean, this line's short. UMass is a much more talented team, has much better guard play. I mean, I don't think it's still no Quisenberry. So Reese, that's another question I'd ask. Is there still no Quisenberry? Still no Quisenberry. I like the under more. But I'd just be worried about UMass not caring. And generally when people don't care, a lot of points are scored because there's no defense. And then they have talent too. So that would be on the other side. If I had to be on that game, it would be SDSU. Yeah, that's in the leans category. I really the only thing I have so far, I was waiting to see if somebody talked me into something. I took a little bit of FDU just because I put them already advancing in the bracket. And I just feel like betting on that game. But I also have New Mexico. UNC, I think, just has the recipe to beat Syracuse, honestly. It's just like terrible, terrible, terrible matchup. Like Armando Bacot against that Anselm kid is like a scary mismatch. Like that's like really bad. It's like really bad. And they can shoot. So like to beat the Syracuse zone, they have like all the little weapons and stuff they'll need. Maybe there's a chance to get like stuck on the outside of it. I don't know. I think UNC probably rolls. I don't trust Northwestern like in this kind of spot to not just get fucking dog walked. I feel like they probably do get dog walked. Like don't trust their guards to be able to match like what you would need against Iowa on the road. Like, that's tough. That's really tough. And you don't have it. Chase Audige, Boo Booey and stuff, that's who's going to be able to match shot for shot when they're really going. I can see a narrative where people are like, Keegan Murray matches up pretty well with Pete Nance. I heard that on some podcasts this morning. Maybe, but then it goes both ways. So you're not going to get the offense out of Pete Nance either. So, and I think you guys might need him more. So, only way Q stays in that game is to shoot 50% from three. Yeah, and you can't bet on him to actually do that. So I think that's really difficult. In terms of other games on the board, and then Washington State, I would prefer just because Oregon State, I think, is in the untouchables category. They've given up. UMass and Fordham are 9th and 10th in Atlantic 10, so it's a battle at the bottom of the conference. So I think it will be close. Only worry is free throws at the end. Close or not close. I mean, sometimes, battle of ineptitudes leave like that. Theoretical, like the pure handicap, I definitely get under everything you're saying. Fuck. You all right, buddy? Fucking Dino, I think, is sick or something. So I have somebody out watching him. So that's why I'm in my room. But what's it called? Yeah, the thing I'd be worried about is UMass just packing up shop and saying we don't care. What's up, brother? Not the best weekend because lost sold, but other than that, was solid. Yeah, I had I completely goosed on Sunday. I had a terrible Sunday. But Saturday was amazing. Like, if you were here for the live streams, like where we did the weekend preview and stuff, I sold some of those picks, so I couldn't put them out to be just straight with everybody. But if you were there for them when we initially broke them down, plus what I put out, if you didn't make money, then I'm not sure. Okay, so that's what I was thinking, because I would not be touching any Oregon State. I would not be able to do that. Is there anything else I missed? Are there any other games anybody was thinking about? I'll get into the FDU CCSU game when we do, because I did a little research / we know some of these teams, so I took a shot at the NEC bracket. Who's winning the Big East tourney? I don't know. Good question. Maybe Providence. Maybe like a St. John's could do it, I guess. They just lost at DePaul, but that's really not that bad a loss. Thoughts on Hofstra -5.5? I don't want to. Thoughts. First of all, Charleston. How the fuck did they lose that game outright? They still covered for us, but how do you lose that game outright? Demetrius Underwood. The fact that they're still letting Demetrius Underwood take free throws is fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't wrap my head around that Charleston team. I don't think Hofstra's playing very good basketball right now either, though. That's a little problem I have. Purely matchup-wise, Meeks is back, but they're probably going to limit him. So I feel like Hofstra's probably going to get a decent amount inside. I feel like both teams, I can't trust Charleston. I think it's too many points probably, but Hofstra wins. I think it's probably too many points, but I don't think I can actually trust Charleston at this point. But Charleston's like so talented, man. And Hofstra's not playing well either. I would take the points. I'll probably end up taking the points. Peter Rabbit, I can't touch any basketball and any NBA until all this is over. My brain is completely cooked. I need to be focusing on this. I need to. A lot of opportunities right now. And I might have minorly shortcut, I feel like, yesterday. So I got to be locked in, kid. In terms of else, sorry, I think there's like a landscaper outside. All right, let's dive into NEC. Trying to think guard-wise, too, defending. Yeah, I would lean Charleston on the points, I think. It's too many points. But they're not going to care. Fuck. I don't know. I would go whatever you feel. No opinion. I don't want to sway you the wrong way. We should do Baylor. UC, I think it's too many points probably. The line movement went the right way in the UCLA game. There's no Juzang. That's fucking annoying. Yeah, they have the 3-point shooting to beat. So theoretically, matchup wise, you probably lead the UCLA way, but that's too many points. We're not quite sure we know what Washington is, but Washington is like spunky, if nothing else, I think. Yeah, I don't think Hofstra loses either. That's why I was like saying Charleston, too many points, Reese. But then I'm like, what am I gonna? You want to middle that? You want to try and middle it? You think they're gonna lose, but you're gonna take the 5.5 because you're gonna try and middle it with this unbelievably undisciplined team, Charleston. Doesn't sound like something I want to do. So I would lean Washington probably, but I would definitely lean Washington State. The Baylor Texas game is super interesting because we have I can see people being on either side, like whichever side you want to be on in that game. I completely understand it. If you're on the Baylor side, you're like, we're going to fuck them up front. Kendall Brown and Sochan are going to show us why they are like freaking borderline lottery-ish type pick people, top 20 type picks. Akinjo keeps it enough together, and Flagler, has been playing awesome basketball lately. Baylor's the better team. So I get if you're saying that. I don't trust Akinjo on the road. I think it's pretty proven at this point. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to trust him on the road. It's just not going to happen for me. There's worlds where I get there's that huge advantage inside whatever, but it's, an inside advantage on the road. That's not like the win mechanism you prefer. Texas does have guards. They have a lot of people. Chris Beard still is a good coach. I just personally can't do it. I can't do James Akinjo on the road. It feels 50-50, though. I feel like most of the value is on Texas money line. I mean, realistically, with what Akinjo's shown this season, Texas should be a favorite. I mean, realistically, you want to be straight with yourself. Texas should be a point and a half favorites. I mean, that's just the way it is. So you probably realistically, if you're one of these people that can grab like a plus 1.5, whatever, can you find like a 110 out there or something? I mean, yeah, there's certainly probably, 30 cents of value on that ticket. I don't like this brand of Texas basketball. I can't do it. I don't do Marcus Carr, and I don't do a lot of these things. And I don't like the karma value on Chris Beard. I just don't like it. I don't want anything to do with it. If Andrew Jones was playing more, some other things, but I'm not doing fucking Marcus Carr and Courtney Ramey and shit. That's not me. So that's how I feel about that. I think there's certainly a decent amount of value on Texas because it should be. I mean, this should be minus 1.5 Texas, probably not minus 1.5 Baylor in a lot of spots. All right. So let me do oh shit. That's pretty cheap. I just got a landscaping estimate. That's the first good news I've gotten in a little bit. My fucking car died. A couple things. Like fucking the battery on it died, I guess. And I just let it just completely die because it kept attaching with my Bluetooth. And I got fucking deal with that too. Dino's sick. I got fucking problems with the wazoo right now on top of the other shit. All right, let's do NEC real quick because I'm going to hop back on. Everybody in here, though, this makes it easy because it's going to be hard for me to write everyone down. Everybody do an NEC pick because we're going to go as we go through and do the conference previews. If you want in, just shoot your NEC tournament winner pick. I'm going to add up and see who gets the most conference tournament wins. And, yeah, but I'm going to go back live when I get fucking unsuspended in however long. But this actually rolled through pretty quick. So this is what I'm thinking for NEC. Matchup wise, FDU, CCSU tonight. These are two younger teams. I do think FDU probably has current form edge. FDU has the best player. I think I have to just make it simple on that, and that's enough. Brandon Rush is the best player on the court. It's technically a home game for them. So when you see the spread being that wide, we have home court accounted in. I think this is the only home round, and then we go to a neutral site for all of these. I think FDU ends up getting it done. Whether they cover, I don't know. I like Rush. Brandon Rush is the most talented player on the court by a decent margin here, right? That's by a decent margin. I think they got, I forget who they got back. They got someone back semi-recently. The Malamute kid, I wrote his name down because he can kind of shoot. I just wrote the best guards down, by the way. That's what the scribbly scrabble next to it is. It's the best guards or if they have a real game-changing player. Because when you move to March, the handicapping changes when you move to March, right? It becomes a lot more who's got the biggest cock on the court. Who's the big dick guy that is going to make the big shots? Who's the best guard on the court? A lot of it's just who's the best guard on the court, right? Unless there's serious mismatches. So I'm going to take FDU to advance from that. FDU Bryant. I think Bryant's just too good. I mean, I think Bryant. I don't believe in Peter Kiss. I've been following that kid for a long time through all his stops from Quinnipiac to Rutgers to friggin' Bryant now. New York kid, not a Peter Kiss guy. He's a little, I don't know. He's like a New York kid. He's not from any of the boroughs. He's like a Manhattan, New York kid, I think. But I think they're just too experienced for FDU. That's just plain and simple that. They have like probably the best, I don't know. Kiss is probably the best. Hurtado's super old though. Pride can score. Like the combo of Pride and Kiss is just way too much for like Rush and like maybe Dunn to keep up with. Like they're just gonna score too much, even if they keep it close. Alita coming over from Northern Kentucky can hit threes. He's been shooting it poorly lately. Probably has some like fucking variance coming. It's just gonna be too much. Bryant's not getting knocked out that early. Too much of a turnover disparity. Too many extra possessions. So I'll take Bryant to advance there. Mount St. Mary's against St. Francis. St. Francis has like no rim protection. This one's like as simple as that for this first round because St. Mary's is like super stout up front. I'm a little worried. The thing that gives me pause about you can obviously see my deep Mount St. Mary's run is that Jefferson's been a little banged up. That's like one of the big men. They have like Acapulco or whatever, and who's the fucking Offram. Offram's the man. He's super good leader. He's probably, when I look at this list, it's like him and Ahmad and the Clark guy, Ahmad Clark, whatever his name is on Sacred Heart. I like the two, I think, like best winners in this tournament, like best like guys that want it back in the tournament. I think Offram is an awesome leader. Jalen Benjamin has a ton of talent, ton of quickness coming from UAB. I like that team. They've just been underperforming. Early in the season, had to work things together. I mean, you have an entirely new lead ball handler going from Damian Chongchi last year, who's now doing, obviously, you see how good he is with what IPFW is doing as a leader, if nothing else, because that Godfrey kid's kind of freaking crazy. But that Chongchi kid is just like an unbelievably next level leader. So I'm going to take St. Mary's. They're going to absolutely just bludgeon them inside. St. Francis is just, there's no way. Wagner versus St. Francis, PA. St. Francis, PA is like a bunch of young white kids. I mean, Wagner's like got like experienced athleticism. Like these kids just, I don't know. I mean, they like, have decent ball handling. That's about what St. Francis does. I don't think they have any chance to do anything in this tournament. They're too young, too like fucking unathletic. Long Island Sacred Heart is a very, very interesting one because I know this Clark kid and probably this Thomas kid as well. But mostly the Clark kid, who I believe is like a senior. I used to love this team when it was him and the Kareem Ozier kid that's now on Louisiana Monroe. But with the bigs that Long Island plays, and I don't love like necessarily their like guard defense at all times, Sacred Heart can just abuse them and like pick and rolls and shit and like really badly. I think they did that like in whatever games, one of the two games they played this year. But this is like matchup wise, a big Sacred Heart matchup, like especially in the postseason where guard play is going to reign king. This is a big Sacred Heart matchup. Long Island's still really good, and they have like the Tieran Flowers kid who's good. Errol Penn is like they have like they can beat them up down low, stuff like that. But this is probably going to be a pretty wide spread because a lot of people are picking like Long Island as like the sleeper one or something. There's definitely value on Sacred Heart money line. There has to be. I think Long Island, if Long Island does get it done, it might change up some of the trajectory. But I think Sacred Heart ends up getting it done. Bryant versus Mount St. Mary's. I think Mount St. Mary's gets it done. I do. Like we actually have like some like we have Thomas and Reeves are like bigger, like 6'5", 6'4" guys that we can throw on Kiss, throw on fucking Pride. And then we have Benjamin, who's actually, I think this is the kind of team. We batter him up front. That's the kind of upset that can happen. See, Mount St. Mary's has been building like a really good program for a long time. Like this is like a sleeper, like who a lot of people thought were gonna like have a really good chance at winning the league this season. And now we get them at probably like fucking 8-point dogs or something to fucking Bryant. I don't know. Peter Kiss as a leader, man. There's something about it. There's something about it where I know that when they do the trophy thing for the NEC at the end of the season, it ain't going to be Peter Kiss hoisting it. I'm just saying. So I'll go Mary's. Wagner versus Sacred Heart. I think so. Wagner is interesting because we're basically going to see how much this kid Morales can carry this freaking team. like Martinez too, but Martinez and Morales, I mean, they're basically going to have to carry the whole thing now that Elijah Ford, Boogie Ford, or whatever is out. That's a pretty massive loss. I think he was probably their best perimeter defender. That's a pretty massive loss. They still have a really good trio, though, in Martinez, Morales, and Hunt. Iffy, but I think this guard combo, Clark and Tyree, whatever, T. Thomas, we'll call him, are a killer freaking combo in this tournament. I think that they'll eventually run into a wall with way too much size inside, plus the ability, the guard play combo. I'll take Mount St. Mary's. I can also see people, if you just think Wagner is going to be way too much in terms of like defensive intensity or whatever, but I think they lost the best perimeter defender in going up against Sacred Heart. I think they have a better chance. If Wagner plays LIU, then their guards have a much better chance of dominating. And I think Wagner would beat probably LIU. So I can see Wagner. I can see Mount St. Mary's. Those would be my two picks. I'm going to go Mount St. Mary's. Okay, it's hard to beat a team 3 times, and Brian beat Mount St. Mary's twice already. And one of them was a really close game, like a 1-point game. They're both close games. Both close games. I look at the box scores for those. Mount St. Mary's, I think, wins that game. I really do. CCSU winning the SEC, NEC, maybe Will Fleming. So that's your pick? All right, we'll put Will Fleming down for CCSU. I hope that doesn't cost you in the entire tournament, and that be the one. The joke one to be the one to all close games too. Yep. Yeah, I like Mount St. Mary's. I think Mount St. Mary's gets it. This part I'm pretty confident about. This leg up to here, I'm confident about. It's just a matter of who they're going to end up playing, whether they play Sacred Heart, who I think they beat. I definitely think they beat Sacred Heart. If they play Wagner, I think that's an interesting game. That's where we get to the point where I'm like, I'm not sure. So Mount St. Mary's Wagner, I think, is tough. I can see that going either way. You got Bryant. Prosser's got Bryant. All right, I'm going to write you down for Bryant. I'll transfer these somewhere else after because I'm going to go live at fucking in like 30 minutes. And I will grab some more from TikTok. All right, Prosser, we shall see. I dig it. I think his name's Ahmad Clark. I'm a giant fan of this kid. And I'm a big fan of Mezzi Offram. I really like him. Those are my 2 favorite people in this tournament that I'd like to invest in. And maybe if he was older, I'd like to invest in Brandon Rush. Once that kid gets older, I'll be backing some FDU in these tournaments once again. I forgot what was it, Jenkins kid they had before. All right, so this is good. We got everything down, went through the slate, went through this. Now it's recorded on YouTube, and then I'll just go live on TikTok in a bit, grab other people's NEC picks or whatever. And yeah. All right, so perfect. If anybody hops in there, I'll see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great fucking what day it is always gets me. Monday afternoon. All right, see you, boys. Anybody else, real quick? Anybody else? There's a few other people in here. If you weren't in here before, we're gonna do a little contest and pick conference tournament winners. Whoever has the most at the end will get something. I have no idea what, but something. If nothing, a whole bunch of clout and a lot of respect in this chat. So if anybody else has their winner, I'm going with Mount St. Mary's for NEC. Anybody else got one? Prosser's got Bryant, but you can think about it too. I'll be back. I'm going to go live on TikTok when I get unbanned in 33 minutes, it looks like. 43 minutes. So you can think about it, but I got Mount St. Mary's at the end of that road. All right. See you guys later. Oh, Brady. Sean Brady comes in. All right, Brady. I see you, kid. You got Mount St. Mary's too? I like it. It's a good program. It's the best program, I think. I just think Offram is such a boss, dude. Offram is... Oh, Reese has one. He's coming back. All right. Fuck, Reese. Reese, kid. Who is Reese taking? Bryant! Oh, it looks like me and Brady riding against old Reese and Prosser. Well, we shall see. Let's see. I'm interested. I'm interested to see if anybody will believe in Wagner enough without Elijah Ford, because I thought Boogie Ford was like my favorite player on that team just because big athletic dude. I really liked him. Experienced, great defender. You need that nice lockdown defender. That's why we got some nice lockdown perimeter defense when we really want to on Mount St. Mary's. I think we can put some good size out there that can really fuck shit up too. I like what they can do. The multiplicality. Not a real word. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. If anybody is on TikTok in a bit, I'm gonna go on at 2:17. That's when I'm unbanned. All right, peace, boys.